Fake fans.
Fake fans, because we don't have our fans. Hello, lovelies.
Hello, beautiful
Slay
humans.
the day away.
So, actually, I don't know if they would be able to notice if we're a premiere. Oh, does it say premiere? I don't know. This is a premiere.
We're doing a premiere because, well, you're going to see us in this outfit, or you already saw us in this outfit, because time does not exist in the live. So
we'll see all of
it
you in a few hours. You won't see this for a whole week.
For a week. All right, we figured that one out.
We're good. How is everybody?
Yes.
We're going to try to keep... we're going to try to have some stuff so it can still be like interactive in the comments, but obviously this is a great time to drop your drops, share your channels, you know, anything along those lines. But yeah, we got a few talking points today. We've got some things we can show you. And yeah, we might not make it the whole, this is going to be a whole 2 hours. I don't even think my computer or...
will allow that.
Yeah, uploading will even allow it to be that long.
But we'll do as long as we have enough to say. And I just want to say that we look fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I made this as a granny square sweater. This is the one where it's 2 big granny squares. And then I go across from arm to arm. Just saying. Mm-hmm. And then stop here and do the thing. Yeah.
Yes, I like that. It's a nice style.
And I made a hat that matched. Yeah.
We also have some granny square slippers.
Yes.
And things to show.
Well, not the ones that I made for her birthday that were
we'll show those
too big. We'll show you those too.
I love those ones.
They're big.
But yeah, so hope you all are doing well.
Yes.
I always feel bad when we aren't able to do the live, but with Alyssa here, we don't have any idea what's going to be going on.
We didn't even explain. We will probably have told you already last week, which is later for us. But yes, Alyssa is here visiting for the week, and that's why we're doing this premiere, because we're out at the time you're watching this, out gallivanting, doing cool stuff.
Yes. Or
not that this isn't cool. Or crafting.
Hopefully, we're learning my new craft I want to learn, which is wet felting.
Yes.
Which Mama G's already known how to do, but it's a little bit hard on her shoulder.
Yeah.
So I need a new craft. So hopefully we'll be doing that, and then maybe you'll be seeing
it
some
over her.
Wet felting flowers. And
yes,
such.
I see you flowers. I'll needle stab the eyeballs.
Yes,
and I'm going to teach Rusty or show Rusty how to make the actual wet felted flowers, and then we'll combine them, and they'll be mutual. I see you flowers, and those will be hopefully available because I know she's going to enjoy doing them. You might even have some teamed up designs. I was going to ask Alyssa while she's here if she wants to doodle some, and I say doodles because I mean just little simple things, but doodle a few images with a Sharpie that I can potentially use on for my Cricut stuff. Yeah, she's an artist.
Yeah.
She's an artiste.
A very good one.
Yeah, she really is. Amazing.
So that's why we are not
one of her many talents.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we will be going to the Lucille Ball Museum and the swamp to get some wings, because Alyssa, I was like, what do you want? She's like, wings.
Wings.
And I was like, okay, maybe we'll go back to the swamp, because there was a lot of ones I wanted to try there.
Not an actual swamp, it's called the swamp. Okay.
And that's where I got this cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That is really pretty.
Yeah.
Super pretty. Mm-hmm. And are you guys almost ready for Thanksgiving? Because the time you're seeing this, if you celebrate that time. Well, it's a nice time for whatever reason. It's just another great excuse to get together with friends and family.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't ever do traditional, what you usually see as a traditional American Thanksgiving meal. We have turkey, I think, every year, but it's a different type. Like, one year he did these massive turkey legs. One year he did, because I joke all the time that I'm not a sweets person, I'm meat and potatoes, like through and through. I'd rather have olives than chocolate any day of the week, like literally. And so he made sweet potato ice cream with not bacon, but like
bacon fat.
Yeah.
The skin from the turkey, and he crumbled them and deep fried them.
Yes.
And put them in the whipped cream that he made that went in it.
It was
so it sounds yucky, but
it was delicious.
It was like so good. And one of the rules that we have is that Craig does not tell me what is the items that he's serving until after I eat them.
I mean, it's not like we're out there eating cows.
No, we're not. We don't eat porcupine or anything. Not that there's anything against that, but we don't. But sometimes I get a little when it's food.
Sorry, I'm having a breathing issue lately, so
Yeah.
get used to me coughing.
Could be the smoke.
It could be.
Yeah.
And I need a better inhaler, but I have to go back to the doctor. But yeah, so let's see. Yeah,
She
we're
wrote
doing
some
the premiere
bullet notes.
because of Alyssa.
Yeah.
So I have some. So my birthday just passed, or it will be more than just passed by this time.
Now her birthday was yesterday.
And Craig got. Hold on, I'm having a hard time here.
All right, so it's a week ago for you guys, but right now as we're filming, yesterday was Rusty's birthday. It's her last year of being in her 30s, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So she will no longer. This is it, and so she got some nice gifts. She wants to show you some of the gifts. Of course, I made her those amazing slippers that she'll show you, I'm sure, and they were way too big. And Craig got her some really cool stuff, and Pop's got her a really fun gift.
Yes, actually, before I show these, because the Pops I can't show you, it's big and it's in the vestibule. We didn't realize why our toilet was working so bad, and it's because like this buildup from having hard water,
Yeah, we have hard.
and it's gotten to the point now that it's not like I could just clean it. It's destroyed the guts. And so Pops for my birthday got us a new toilet. And the O-ring and all that stuff.
Yeah, all the attachments.
So that's in the vestibule as we speak.
Yeah, I thought that was very nice. Yeah.
The toilet's right there, not fully flushed, so it's going to be nice to have that no longer be an issue in our world.
Yeah.
I actually have a friend, Guff, that won't use my bathroom because when he was here for the first time, I have a porta potty for when I have events. There's no reason to be constantly using my bathroom, and I'm going to make the porta potty even nicer for the next events. But he won't use my toilet because I came in and I was like, somebody broke the toilet again. Like, just hold it down until the water's actually going. It's not hold it down for 2 seconds. It's not hold it down for 5. It's hold it down until it's actually going down. So that confuses people.
And it's like cars with accelerators, the gas pedals, and the driving and all that. They're all temperamental. And toilets are the same way. Like my toilet upstairs, my toilet upstairs, you literally just hit the thing and it flushes perfectly fine, where that's the one that I use all the time. So if I come here, I got to remember, okay, I got to hold the handle down. So anyway, we're going to solve that problem by just she has a new toilet now. So now we've got to have that be installed. And maybe Guff will install it. You never know. He's awesome. He's like one of those major handyman people. So that might be, because
he's the type of person that doesn't work on lawnmowers and came here, and it took the day, because he doesn't work on lawnmowers, but fixed the lawnmower for us. So now we have the functioning lawnmower.
Yeah.
But there's a whole part that was missing that he had to, like, weld on, and then he welded it backwards, so it had to, like, undo it and redo it. So there was trial and error, but for someone that doesn't work on that stuff...
and he figured it out. I mean,
I would have thought... I honestly, wasn't until after I learned this, I honestly thought that was just something he's always done, small engines.
Yeah.
But no.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing what people can do. And then even if you don't know what you're doing, hey, try it, and figure it out. Well, in a light note of that, when I tried to make those slippers for you and didn't size them, because they're huge. And it's not even that part that's huge. Too. It's the circumference hugeness of it. So I put laces up, right? So I figured out with the laces. But what was good about it, and I know I'm bringing...
Ham's using the other one as a pillow. So
yeah, he is. He's loving them because they smell like Grandma's hands. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to untie it. Oh, there we go. So what I did... I don't know if that video dropped yet, that I bought some of the Hirschner's 8 striped yarns, and I made another pair. And these, I just made them, I actually ended up having to, after I went to a certain level, I wrapped it around my foot and said, oh, it's already too big. But to get this part to be the right size, to get where it's going to go over your ankle and put your foot in, it's going to be bigger here, which I'm going to put some lamb's wool underneath. But just so to show you, is the last row. I'll do a tutorial on this because I think what I figured out is going to be beneficial to those that are making these. Because if you just keep doing granny squares all around, you're going to have a way bigger bottom, but you're also going to have that stitch all over the bottom, which you're going to feel when you're walking on it. So I did it where the bottom part here is double crocheted and then tighter at the toe. So it fits better. What are you getting on that?
So I'm just thinking, because like the ones you made for Craig and I, where Craig's look like he has hooves.
I know.
For some reason.
I'm learning.
I want I'd like to make a montage video
of the progression
like
of
us walking in your different
my attempts. Somebody gave it to Tony. They're like this much longer than his feet. He goes, "Oh, it's fine because my feet are warm. I just got to be careful I don't trip when I walk, because it's funny."
But yeah, so while I'm showing you some of these Craig things, I figured, like, what are some of your favorite types of gifts?
Yeah.
Like, whether it's handmade, small business, what are some of the best gifts you've either really enjoyed giving or enjoyed receiving? Like, I didn't realize how much everyone was going to love the photos in the Advent.
Yeah. I was like, you don't want to send people pictures of us. It just seemed weird.
But I was like,
and I was reluctant,
nice.
and I was like, yeah. And she goes, no, I think people will like it. And to be honest, that was one of the favorite things for most of the people that got the Advents.
But yeah, so Craig got me some wonderful stuff from Dez's shop, Desiree Herbal. And because I haven't been able to breathe well lately, he got me Breathe Easy and Sore Muscles to rub on my chest at night to help. And then because he knows I have heart issues, he got me...
She's heartless.
A heart healthy tea.
That's
which
nice.
I love. This is the type of tea. The tea I drink is always just like loose herbs. Bark. Smell that.
Oh my gosh, that's yummy.
Yeah, we might have to make some of this between this
I
and
think
the
we
live.
might be having this during the live that you'll be seeing already last week.
I love that we do that with time.
Well, it really proves that time is a weird thing. Yeah.
At least our concept of
the concept of time is a weird thing. Yeah, that's really
so. This
gorgeous.
is a really nice chunk of moonstone.
Ooh. When they say moonstone, does that come from the moon, or it just looks like the moon?
Just the type of stone it is.
Just curious.
They do have moon rocks. That's rocks that come from the moon. But moonstone...
I think I had a moon rock.
But yeah, if you see that little fleck, that light that's shining there, that's not this one. That's obviously the light. The one down here that you're seeing,
blue.
That's actually the reflection of part of the inside of the stone.
That's crazy.
So it's because it's clear there and it's reflecting off the black on the inside that it does that.
Isn't that cool? I hope it's showing up on you guys.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I might make that the house rock that you can come to.
That really is pretty.
And well, you can either leave good energy in it or you can take good energy from it. And we're going to give it a nice spot. But it feels really nice.
I'm giving it good energy right now.
What she's doing right there, it feels so nice when you hold it in your hands like that.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
So super excited.
Yeah, and it fits nice in my palms.
So then,
so cute.
He got me this little fairy, and we found out it's made by our friend Jan.
Yeah. He didn't know it when he was purchasing it. And the artist is someone we know, friends with.
And before I show you the very last one, so what's funny is I'm Craig's second girlfriend, girlfriend number 2. And now the only time I gender myself is when I call myself Craig's second girlfriend because Bella is his first girlfriend. Bella is, I should have had a picture up. Yeah. Bella is a very adorable golden retriever. And you might remember a story from 2-3 years ago at this point.
More than that.
Of a dog coming up to our table at the Grape Fest and grabbing, what are they called, Snuggies?
The little stuffed animals with the Lovelies. With the little granny switch, the blankie thing.
And Bella ran up and Mama G had them on a flipped upside down tote so they were kid height because they're 4 kids, apparently also for dogs. And this is where Bella sniffed all around, grabbed one, and was so proud and ran all the way back to Mom, like, Mom, look what I found. And then adorable Daz is like, I'm so sorry, let me get it. And we're like, no.
You're kidding, it made my day,
She picked it. It's hers. She earned this. But it was our best purchase I think we've ever had.
Ever. And we used to do craft shows quite a bit, and that was the best because she went and looked at them all because they were her height, And then when anybody would come, because then she was still there as this is early, you know, before we had really customers, and she was showing everybody her stuffy, you know, lovey, whatever.
Super excited.
Very, very. That this was and it was a little caterpillar. Oh, she loved it. And Bella, and then Des said that she played with it for quite a bit afterwards, you know.
So then I got this necklace.
Cool.
What's fun about this is it's got 3 faces. So it's hard to see the little mouth. There you go, with the little mouth there. So you got 2 eyes and a nose. Then you've got this buddy. And then you got this buddy. Right?
That's really cool. You're 3. What the heck? I didn't take my vitamin B this morning.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. It does more? What?
Hopefully you can hear it, because my laptop sometimes doesn't let this happen. So we'll find out.
I hope you could hear that.
If not, it's a whistle.
It's a flute.
But they have a special name on Aka something. It's got I forget what it's called, but...
Yeah, if it doesn't make the sound on here, we'll do it maybe...
Bring it on Wednesday.
Bring it on Wednesday. My laptop has the sounds. So,
but yeah, so some of your favorite gifts.
The flute. Yeah, what's something like also too now with the holidays or gift giving time of the year is upon us. So what are you guys stressing out about it? Like, any of you done with your shopping? Curious.
We're always last minute. We're the worst.
Yeah.
We don't do it's really just Craig's dad.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Which I think you should give him that T-shirt that we talked about.
But, oh, yeah. But yeah, so I was trying to think of some of, like, one of my favorite gifts to receive is handwritten letters. Like, taking the time to sit down and hand write a letter to someone is a really nice gift to give. It just takes a little bit of your time, the cost of some ink and a stamp.
Yeah, even if you write down memories or just, remember when we did this or whatever, just something that's really personal. That's, I think that's, and of course, as if you don't know, Rusty's my daughter, my youngest child, and all growing up, we always, it was always handmade gifts from you guys, and cherish those,
In like a handmade gift, this is something I think a lot of people, and I struggle with myself, I know you do, a handmade gift isn't supposed to be perfect. A handmade gift isn't supposed to be like an identical replica of a machine factory-made thing.
Right.
The beauty in handmade gifts is their imperfections, is the fact that they're way too big for your feet. Like, yes, you could have gone and bought me slippers and be like, "Oh, that's nice. You bought me a pair of slippers." But like, this is so this is so much. You made them.
They've got really thick fluff inside. If you don't know, and I put rubber glue, the glue stick, that hot glue gun on the bottom. So if she's wearing them on the hardwood floor, she won't slip. That was another little tip. Yeah.
But yes, handmade gifts not only are wonderful,
and they're one of a kind too.
Yes. But not only to give. But I mean, not only to receive and give. It's both ways. I really do. I've always liked handmade stuff, but that's something to consider. So you don't have to make gift giving as one of the reasons I don't like the holidays, other than the fact that I worked in retail and customers get real rude this time of year. Don't be rude to the staff. Like, just don't.
Not you guys. But
don't be rude.
If you see other people being rude, speak up in front of them.
Speak up for them. I know this group is good, but people being rude to the staff. But on and beyond that, it was always Dougal's walking through. I might have to go let him know. He's going this way.
He's just curious about what's going on in here. I'll keep an eye on it.
I lost my train of thought because of the Dougal.
No, about gift giving and
the holiday season. So what I notice a lot in the holiday season, I just go. He's walking towards the door.
I'll be back.
What I notice in the holiday season is how stressed out everybody gets. You got another one coming. How stressed out everybody gets over this, and I need to save up so much. Obviously, it's different if you celebrate like Christmas and things. But like certain holidays where there's like, I don't want to, just in case if kids are watching, I won't finish that. But you guys know what I mean. But when it comes to like just exchanging things with other adults and people. It can be simple. Go to another favorite gift I got. I used to do Friendsmas with a dear friend of mine. We just haven't seen each other recently. And one year she said, "I'm so sorry. I didn't have time to make you something cool. I didn't have time." If you could hear Mama G with the good boy out there is cracking me up. "I didn't have time to do anything else, but I saw these." And they were silicone sponges. Well, not sponges because they're not made of sponge, but silicone dish cleaning things. And they said, "I remember you saying how much you can't handle the sponge. If you don't wring that sponge out so it doesn't have the smell of dirty sponge, I can't touch it. I can't touch cups that it's come in contact with." So yeah, she could have went out and bought me some really nice concept. She could have went out and done any of these things, but she remembered something about me that was an issue, and she got me the solution. So for $4 or $5, she got me a gift so much better than some of the other stuff I could have ever gotten, other than like a toilet, which I needed. But yeah, so it is. And if you guys have any tips, hints, some of, like I said, some of your favorite, especially if you have some of your favorite less expensive or easy to accomplish things. But yeah, sometimes just considering somebody's needs and getting them something to, like this. He got me heart tea. That's, "Oh, I know you have heart things. Here is something that can help with it." So just really thinking about someone and gifting them something that is personal to them is definitely a nicer gift than sometimes, I won't say definitely, is usually a nicer, more appreciated gift than just going to the store and buying a very generic, like, "Here's a basket that was pre-made that I didn't put any thought into." Not that there's anything wrong with that, if that's what you got going on. But yeah, I don't like to see people stress out so much around the holiday time. I was telling...
And I missed all that because I was doing the
Sorry,
dogs.
guys. I'm having a heck of a
bad
time.
about your, yeah.
I was talking about when Lindsay got me those silicone sponge
Oh,
things
yeah,
because I
yeah.
can't do the regular sponge.
Yeah. No, that just changed the whole game, you know, with that. Yeah. And I even got some now.
So I hope that you are in the comments talking about some of your favorite simple things you can do, or even like the coupon books that you used to make for your parents. As silly as that sounds, that's a really nice thing to give.
Really is.
Do you have a friend that's a mother with children? Offer them a babysitting. Like, here's a free night out.
Or
I
come
will
over
babysit.
and do your laundry or dishes or something.
Or come over and sit with me while I do this to make sure I get it done. Or if you know someone with crippling ADHD that gets into ADHD paralysis, go over there and be like, "Hey,
bring
get this
pom-poms.
done.
Let's do this."
Like, I had a few people text me yesterday, which was my actual birthday. That's a weekend yesterday ago. But that didn't ask me questions or anything. We're just like, "Hey, hope you're getting your list done. Hey, good luck on the list."
Yeah.
Just as a motivation, like, I'm not trying to stop you from touching things. I'm not going to ask you anything, because that's something,
Just
if
a
somebody's
reminder.
focusing with ADHD, if they're hyper focused and you break that focus, they'll probably never be able to do it again.
Yeah.
That's something, like, if I was in the middle of cleaning that room and you stopped by to say hello, unless you came right in and immediately started helping me with that task, I would stop doing that task and I would not be able to do it again.
Yeah, it would take a while to get back. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to start where you stop.
Well, no, it's I wouldn't be able to do it. It's different than just a normal person having to get back into the swing of things. The ADHD brain, now that I've stopped it, I can't do it.
Okay.
So it would be done. And yes, at some point I'd get around to it, but it would become a thing. I'm just gonna.
It's a whole separate thing.
I think he's got to go number 2.
He just did 2.
He just did.
Yeah.
Let me just peek because he's
dancing. He did. I don't know if he did number 1. Number 1 and number 2. Just normal bodily functions. But I hope the volume's working okay, because I know Rusty's laptop, if you had to turn it up, well, you'd already know after all this time, and I'm bringing that up. But yeah, I love myself as far as like gifts. Like the man that lives in my house sometimes used to buy me clothes, and I kind of put a stop to that. Though he recently has gotten me some that were actually nice that I appreciate it. But Yeah, I always tell him just either exactly what I need or just give me the money for it. I know it seems impersonal sometimes, money, but then you're allowing the person to get what they want, you know. But I like to make stuff for people.
Especially when it comes to clothes.
Yeah.
I like, for
yeah.
me with jewelry, obviously I don't wear normal jewelry.
Yeah.
Like, I was gifted a gold heart with diamond flakes in it. Like, I'm never gonna wear that.
It's not really your jive. Like if you're going someplace super special and you're
still not gonna wear that.
You're not.
No, I would. I honestly,
would for that,
what I
yeah.
would do is probably take off this dinosaur and put it on a silver chain. That's how I would make this fancier. So I've never worn typical jewelry, and I've never trusted most people I was with to buy me jewelry, and I've gotten a lot of jewelry purchased for me that I pawned because I'm never gonna wear it.
Yeah.
Whereas someone like Craig knows to get me unique. Like, he's actually why I have this. He had two of these, one for him and one for me, the dogs, custom made for me.
Anybody want a dog to give to somebody for their holiday? He's a basset hound. He's really cute. His name is Dougal. And he come running in. There he is.
I just gotta go. I left it where Ham lets himself in.
Oh, all right, yeah. I know, a little hectic. Well, this is you're hanging out with us in Rusty's Inn building, and this is what we do. So you're being a part of just hanging, sitting, chilling with us. But this is part of the life of dogs. And actually, I was looking at dogs last night, like,
okay, I gotta get in
for
here,
Scruffy, maybe wants another friend because she tries to make friends with the cats, but they don't really want to be bothered. Come on, bud. Here we go. There's my buddy.
Yes, so as she was saying, this is what it's like to hang out with me, where every 5 seconds I'm like, what's that? I'll be right back.
Oh,
what's
now
that?
he's on
I'll
me.
be right back.
There goes my outfit. Nails on. There we go.
If you can see, to look forward. Ham, look forward so they can see your Dobie ears. See what he does with his ears?
Oh, you like bends the little...
Going.
He's not good. He's gonna make a liar out of us.
So yeah, so I'm sorry that this is so chaotic, but
it's our life. You're used to it.
Craig had these custom made for us by a human that he was one of his tattoo clients. But other than that, I mean, he's bought me. I'm trying to think of what's like.
Well, you and him have similar tastes, so
yeah, he shares earrings with me.
Yeah,
he'll wear one of the danglies
and socks.
Yeah, reluctantly, we share socks.
Yeah.
No, I have certain socks. I was like, no, these are socks I bought specifically because they fit well in my roller skates. Don't wear them. So he knows like that's not
my skating socks.
That's my skating socks.
Don't be taking my skating socks.
I have to get back into skating. I had to stop for a while because I hurt my knee.
Yeah.
So gifts, yes. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of my other favorite like super simple gifts.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, not just because I have them here, but like those little slipper things and things like that. I mean, who doesn't wear those? You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe there's some people, but that there again doesn't take long. You can use scrap yarns,
just licking her notebook,
and make them up in hardly no time. And
yeah, I think most people like warm, fuzzy things on their feet. That seems.
I mean,
is there anyone in the comments that doesn't like warm, fuzzy things on their feet?
I can't think of it. Do you know somebody who doesn't? Because
I know tactilely sometimes I have a hard time with certain.
Pops is the only one that probably wouldn't wear them because he doesn't use things that I make.
Yeah, but that's more.
But if somebody else made them, he would use.
Yeah, that's more specific to
I think
you.
it's more me. I think that's what it is because he's gotten gifts from other people and has appreciated and uses them. Though from me, I don't think he does it intentionally on purpose. I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of weird thing in his head about it. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to attempt to even go there. Yeah, that's the tail. Mm-hmm. Yes. But yeah, no, it's cool. And things cost a lot. Monies have gone up. So I think people understand. And I don't think people need to do like, big things. I remember back in the day, not to get into too much, but you guys all probably have been through it, is your dad and I were really struggling financially with 2 small kids and blah, blah, blah. And your dad's family, they were wanted to buy for the parents something. And for my parents, we got them something very small. We had something engraved, almost like breakfast at Tiffany's with Audrey Hepburn, that kind of a situation. And then his siblings all decided to chip in and purchase a television for the parents. Well, that, hurt a little bit, us a little bit financially, because we were like, it really put a damper on.
You were the one.
It was more money.
Kids.
Yeah, we had 2 kids. The siblings all had jobs and no bills, and we had a house and kids, and so things were, of course we don't take away from the kids. So it did. I remember that just sticks in my head, that I was like, wow, and I felt badly, really, not that my parents cared, because they were very, immaterial. They're not material people. Not that my in-laws were material people. And I know the siblings didn't mean any harm.
None of this was done
no
malicious.
Bad. No,
none of it was
just
malicious.
was a circumstance that at that time, I remember that Christmas being a little bit dampered by the fact that, well, now we got to come up with an extra $100. Back then was a lot.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That we had to make do, but we did make do with it. We had, maybe the kids, I don't remember, maybe the kids got more. One thing I used to do, and here's hold that for one thing, but one thing I used to do also is I was always going to yard sales, or we called them tag sales, where we came from. And throughout the year, if I went to tag sales and yard sales and found things that were in really good shape or brand new, I would buy them and not necessarily gift them when my kids were little, and put them, and I had a place in a high top shelf in the closet that I would just stick things throughout the year. And then as the time come, I'd be like, oh, let me grab all this stuff down. And there was, so financially, because I bought it cheap, but also now I already have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there's a term for it in business when it's like almost like lost income, but it's because it was so long ago, it's no longer relevant.
It's not even, because I already spent it.
So it's not like your funds in the
at
month
that
of November were hurt because you bought it in January.
I bought it in July, because it was at a tag sale.
So just to touch a little bit on the TV story, that's another thing to consider, is like considering other people's means.
Yeah.
So like when you all go out to dinner, I used to dislike when we would split a bill evenly, because I'm literally buying what is in my means. I'm only getting 2 eggs and toast because I can't afford the hash browns, the bacon, the mimosa, and all those other things. So there's certain people I stopped going out with because I would not have enough money. And I even say something. I'd be like, guys, this is all I have. And then people just keep ordering, and then now I have to pay for all of your drinks. Like, I don't have the means for that.
I had the same thing with
being aware of other people's means.
Yeah.
And this reminded me of a story I read. Whether or not this is a true story or just a made up story, who cares if stories are made up if they're short things to teach you morals or lessons? Yeah. Whenever I see one of these, and on the comments of this, it was a bunch of people like, that sounds made up. Who cares?
Who cares?
Wait till you hear the story. It's adorable and it teaches a lesson. So, it's about these 2 neighbors, and the story is being told from the eyes of the mom with a child. And one day, the mom goes over to the neighbor and asks to borrow a cup of sugar. Just a little cup of sugar. And the mom comes back, and the child asks the mom, hey, why do you keep asking them for a cup of sugar when we have sugar at home?
Oh.
And the mom says, gotta see if I can get through without tearing up.
I was going to say,
the mom says, well, you see, they don't have as much as we do. So in order to help them not feel bad asking us, I ask them for little things that I know that they have and they can afford. So when they need something like a glass of milk or something like a little bit more expensive, they feel better asking because we both share.
Oh, I love that story.
But yeah, if that's not true,
I don't care.
Cares?
The moral of that and the message
story.
of that screams volumes, and that's what's important. Yeah.
It really is. But considering things like that.
Yeah.
Like, some people...
Well, even in the gift giving, too, I mean, you may have... I mean, I know we're talking about things that maybe don't relate to a lot of you, and a lot of you already know this, but if you are exchanging gifts with someone, also consider that also, obviously, that, I mean, I'm not going to buy an extravagant gift for someone that I know doesn't have money, not because I don't want to, but I think that they would feel, I know I would feel uncomfortable receiving an extravagant gift when all I can afford was maybe a $10, $20 item for them. So that's also something to consider, you know. And you know what? One thing that we ended up doing, of course, when the kids were little, we all gave to all the different kids, you know, yada yada, because holidays are for the children. I stand by that 100%. Don't forget, USPS Operation Santa. Whether you do it this year or next year, just put it on your calendar.
Or just tell people about it, so more
tell
people
people about it. USPS Operation Santa.
By the time this goes up, we'll pass registration day.
Write it on your calendar for next November.
Yeah, okay? I think registration day is next Monday. I have it written on my calendar, so I'm trying to guess which one of those.
So that's just a nice thing to treat a child and be someone's Santa. But also how I gracefully got out of the friends and the cousins and all the kids from the Bronx, because they had kids, so you give to the parents. You know, it got like so out of hand. We were buying for 50 people, and then again, a young couple with 2 kids just bought a little house in the means.
And I mean, even the $10, $15 item, or even a $5 item, $5 adds up when you're doing 50 of them.
And so what we ended up doing was, hey, I'm going to buy you something for $25. So I want you to go out and buy yourself something for $25 from me. And I'm going to go out and buy myself something for $25 from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we, in essence, exchanged gifts, equal gifts. And now I feel comfortable going out if I want to purchase something that I wanted for $25. Or if I don't have the means, I don't, or I put that towards a bill or whatever, but it's still the thought and permission, so to speak, to be able to spend a little on yourself or not. But at least you're acknowledging an exchange of kindness.
Yeah.
So that's just another thing that I did with a lot of my friends. And so it worked out well, because then we stopped the having to pick out and buy things for other people, but the spirit was still there.
Well, what we used to do a lot back when I was living in Connecticut, and I had close friends here. I have like a few that are kind of close and usually busy. But what we would do is on Friendsgiving, we'd all get together, we'd eat food, we'd have a good time, hang out, and anybody that wanted to partake would exchange names. So we put all the names of people who wanted to partake, and then everyone would pull a name. And now you're only responsible. And we usually had it, most of the people in the group made the gift. It was a lot of handmade things, other than a few of our not talented in the crafting area. You know, everyone has their own talents. If a fish judged itself by its ability to fly, it would live its life thinking it was a failure. Unless it was a flying fish, then it would fly.
Poorly.
But so we would exchange gifts like that. I actually have a gourd that is painted like an American flag kind of creepy baby up in the corner of that room. That was gifted to me by Joe, one of the very first ones gift exchange we did this, which that was a funny day. I didn't realize the gourd was for me, but I lived in this house where you didn't all leave at once. When you were done living there, you found someone to rent your room. It had to be approved by the other roommates, and then I would hand
revolving door.
Yeah, I would hand you the security deposit and move in. Yeah. And so at one point I lived there with Joe and my friend Alex, otherwise known as Poopy, or the Goddess. Those are his names. Yeah. And he comes in and he goes, "What is literally going on right now? You've got rocks boiling on the stove. There's a gourd in the oven, and there's sticks in the freezer."
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Welcome to my house.
What was happening was Joe was drying the gourd out to become like a maraca. I was boiling rocks and I was freezing sticks to put in the lizard's cage to make sure that they were safe, because I found them outside. So that's like what was actually happening. But that was an interesting house. Yeah. Like that one time he came home and Carlos and I were sitting in a candlelit kitchen eating cold, was it beans?
Beans.
Yeah, cold beans out of the can with crackers. And he was playing the banjo, and he was just like, "Oh, did we lose power? We lost power again?" And we were like, "No. This is just what we're doing right now.
We're just sitting in the candlelight.
But yeah, that was always, I really do like the communal gift exchange.
That is
so
a nice idea.
So you get 15 people or so together.
Yeah. I lucked out that
one.
last one you did because the person that got me, they were like, well, what is it? Just chocolate? Mm-hmm. And they went down the chocolate aisle, bless their soul, went down the chocolate aisle at the grocery store and just grabbed...
Not the chocolate by the registers either. We're talking in the chocolate aisle. Those like nice bars.
Bars
of
like
chocolate. Full cocoa.
And they were like 97. They're cooking cocoa. Mm-hmm. Some of them were cooking cocoa bars, but which I used in cooking, so it was still good. Plus, they tasted all right. But I got a whole... I was tickled pink with that one.
I got a really nice knife. Like it was forged from an old school iron spike.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because my friend Morg, otherwise known as Dave, a lot of us have two names. Yeah. Got me for that, and that's the human that I do the ruler exchange with. Yes. If you don't know this, which I think it's their turn. If you don't know this, some years back it was the birthday of Mars and Dave, otherwise known as Morgan, but I call him Dave often. And Mars was having a party for his birthday, but I brought a gift for Dave as well because it's Dave's birthday. And as you all know, I pack very intricate bunch of little things, and I gave them this metal ruler. It's a nice ruler. I knew they were going to school where they're going to use it.
Engineering, right?
Yeah, engineering. And so they pulled the ruler out and they were looking at it, and from across the room, somebody says, "Is that a ruler?" And simultaneously we both go, "It's a really nice ruler." But we did it like simultaneously. Like, I don't know if we said the exact same things, but we both like, "No, this is good."
Yeah, of course it's a ruler.
So we learned how we both have a love for rulers and been exchanging them ever since. So like they got me a trifold old one. Yeah. I got them the like pen ruler. So yeah, it's just like a fun little thing that we do. It is fun, yeah. I trained myself off of what my original point was there.
What else is new? If you got that on your Bendy Bingo card.
Oh yeah, Dave got me the thing. So I guess I just steered off into a whole new story. Yeah. But yeah, so it's Secret Santa.
Another
elephant swap.
Nice thing to do. I think this is a really nice thing to do. Like I have a friend here, Jane, that I've been friends with for a lot of years, and both of us have little issues getting out and doing things. And instead of me exchanging gifts with her, though we do, like she makes stuff and I make stuff, so we do share things back and forth throughout the year. But I think, again, for this year, what I'm going to propose to her is, hey, for this holiday, how about let's go get a coffee together.
That's another great thing.
Let's go, let's find an afternoon.
Gift each other our time.
And let's go sit down somewhere in a diner or whatever, or Dunkin' Donuts, and just spend a half an hour catching up on things and spending time together. And so for the price of a cup of coffee, No,
that's a really nice gift. And I mean, I talk about this all the time. Your time belongs to you. Yeah. Other people's time belong to them. Her time doesn't belong to me. Nope. I'm grateful that she's giving me and all of you her time by being here early on a Saturday.
Aren't I special?
So we can have a premiere.
No, but it's true.
Yeah. That's valid. If somebody is willing to give you their time, that's something you should be appreciative for.
That is a gift.
But not ever expect. Because, and not to get upset when they don't. Like, sometimes people take a while to text back. That's not like a personal attack. I mean, it could be if you have things going on. Yeah. But yeah, it's not
don't immediately go with the personal attack. Yeah. Stop and think, well, okay, they got life. Life's going on. There's times I'll get stuff from people, emails and whatnot, and a week ago. Yeah. And I'm being kind about the week, because sometimes I just can't do it. And I might read it, but I might not have replied. I may never reply because I might forgot. I might have read it, and then it doesn't show that it's not been read, and I forget to reply. So don't ever take that personal, because it's not. If it's personal, pretty much from us, if it's personal, you'll know it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
we're not quiet about our.
Yeah, we'll take a lot from people and still be kind. But I think in the long run, pretty much.
I've told everybody in my life that, don't think I don't like you because you'll know I don't like you.
Yeah.
If you're thinking you think I don't like you, you're wrong. If I don't like, and it's nobody in this community.
No, we're just talking about
but just in general, like it's, I'll be vocal. I've told someone before, it's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be your friend. You're horribly rude to wait staff every time we go out. And whether or not, I know I can control it by not going out in public with you, but I don't want to give my time to someone that belittles people in that manner. I don't want to be around that energy.
Well, it's their behavior. Yeah. If you don't approve,
And
like I would say,
okay.
I love everybody. I don't like everybody's behavior.
Or I like to say, I want you to eat, just not at my table.
Yeah.
I don't wish ill about anybody.
Anyone.
But there is people, and there's nothing wrong with removing people from your life. I talked about this on my channel about the grief of letting go side of it.
Yeah.
But if there's, you don't owe anyone anything unless you have offspring. You owe them some
up
making
until
sure
the age
they.
of 16.
Yeah, you owe them making sure they're okay, and
then
you owe them teaching them how to be independent people their whole life. That's what you owe them. Teach them how to become an independent adult. But yeah, you don't owe anybody things.
No.
Like,
and don't let people make you feel that way.
She can't ever make me feel like I owe her time to stop at the grocery store on my way home from work.
No.
However, I often will offer. Hey,
and I'm always grateful.
I'm going to stop at the store.
That you
what do you need other than milk?
Yeah, and I'm grateful for it, and I'll also not take advantage of it by any sense stretch. I'll say, well, I got enough. I can make it tomorrow. I'll be fine. I'll try to run tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's I guess the word is consideration.
Consideration.
Be considerate.
That's so huge.
Be
it's
considerate
not hard.
of others.
It's really.
Polly's in the window.
It's really not hard to be considerate of others, like me letting the cat in.
Yeah, Polyethylene the cat, and I'm sure you've seen. If not, you have to at some point. Is part dog and does not come in through the door. Oftentimes, she wants to come in through the picture window because she can climb up and thinks it's cool. And
now she wants to eat off our plates. That's a fun new thing.
Yeah, she's. And interesting. She's got catitude. When
it comes to people owing their time, everybody in this house owes all of their time to giving Polly treats.
Polly treats.
That's the one thing.
I think I did that. I created a monster because
and I know you probably all know this, but just a little tip. If you have a pet that's super into getting
food
motivated, or like Polly that will literally stare at you with this
stink face.
Yeah, this, oh, you're going to hurt me if I don't do this. Like
evil. She looks
but
evil.
What I do is I buy a different brand of cat food, and that's what we use. So she's just getting a little bit more, a different flavor.
And usually we
food.
Go and get like Science Diet, which is something you can't maybe afford to feed on the regular because it's very expensive. But to give it to her as treats. It's a much better quality food than what she gets on the daily.
And then I found this dog food that was like stick dog food that was broken up. So eat their little like nubbins. So those are wonderful for these guys. We can give them, it's just another type of food. Yeah. And I know they say you can't switch your animal's food quickly, but doing something like this, where when I first started giving to Polly, we would only give her a few.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, we could give you some more. Now, anybody walking by can throw 4 or 5 of them in there. It's not going to hurt her.
Her body's adjusted.
Yeah.
You should transition slowly, like mix. If you are changing an animal's diet, especially like if it's dry food or whatever, but mix it slowly into what you have left of what they've been used to eating, and then put a little of the new stuff, and then change the ratio until you can wean them into the...
Speaking of that, anybody want to share about their pets, feel free.
Yeah.
We always love to hear about pets.
Oh, yeah. Are you buying your pets presents? Are you one of those people?
Whenever Craig's sister always asks what we want for Christmas, and I never know how to answer it when people ask me what I want. So I'll usually say, like one time I was like, I got the new Cricut machine. They got me so much paper stock, I'm still going through it. But one of the things we always say is you can always gift us animal treats and toys.
Yeah.
We got dogs, we got cats. We will always take that. So every year she has given me.
Yes.
For Polly, we'll get the taco. I'll tell you about that in a second. For Polly, we'll get little treats and little toys.
And that's a gift to you guys because it's stuff that you won't have to be spending on your own dogs.
Yeah. So I prefer that. Or like growing up, one of the big things that was a huge help for Mama G is they would often, my gift was getting me gifts for the family.
Yeah.
So my gift
brother
to me,
from me to her,
was me now having gifts to give to the family because I couldn't afford them. So then I was like, that's perfect gift, love it. But yeah, so Polly. For a while, Polly would not play with any, didn't want to play with any of the toys, didn't want to eat any other type of food. She was
picky Polly.
Super picky. And we got these, but she would, if she found something like one of those bands that you put around a shelf, she would bring that in and play with it.
Or the rim from like paper, for like a milk, you have to pull that little tab off.
If she found those, you couldn't give it to her. No. If she found those herself, she would play with them. So, like I get these tiny little tacos, and they got catnip in them, they're crinkly. Super fun toy, right? Weeks go by, would not play with them. Finally, I just threw it out because it kept just collecting dog hair on the ground. So I was like, you know what, whatever. We throw these toys out. Fast forward, garbage is outside. We put our garbage in the garage until we go to the dump. And we had our neighbor's dog used to come over all the time. And if we forgot to lock that door, I miss Wookie. If we forgot to lock that door, Wookie would, in fact, tear up our garbage. So garbage gets torn up. I come in, I let Polly in, and I'm like, what does she have in her mouth? And she walks by me and comes up the stairs. Here she comes with the taco that she found on her own outside and still plays with to this day.
Yeah.
Would not touch it for weeks until she found it by herself and brought it inside. Yeah. So that's a fun... Yeah. Polly's a really interesting cat. I should just make a channel that's just me talking about Polly.
And all the animals that I've had in my life, believe me, there's hundreds.
Hundreds is a low estimate.
Hundreds with an S, that has an S at the end, unlike my emails. But she has a personality, and
like that time that you were like, well, I'll just grab her face and we can shove the throat down her hill
like
on her
you
throat.
do with any other
and she
cat.
just went, no. Like she literally said no to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an interesting cat.
She's a good cat.
She's been spending a lot of time in the tub lately.
Okay.
Just sitting in there. Just doing literally nothing. I just open the bathroom door and she's just sitting in the tub.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And she's like, she got to be, what, 15? Probably close to that. Yeah. Well, we don't know because she was already a grown cat when we rescued her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And speaking of the devil, she's coming in with a stink face.
Yeah, hi, Pop. We're talking about you.
Yeah, we're talking about what a great cat you are. Oh my gosh. One time I mentioned, because when we first got her, she was very slender. I have to be careful with my words because she's here. And then she was here getting all the treats, so got a little unslender. And I used the FAT word. And she's probably mad because she knows how to spell.
Probably.
No joke, and I'm not exaggerating. She had an attitude with me for, at least a month.
Mm-hmm. She
just had nothing to do with me. I'd come in the room, she'd turn her head, wouldn't look at me because I insulted her.
Mm-hmm.
I called her FAT. Which she's not. She's really a beautiful girl. Speaking, we're talking about you. Come at least say hi to everybody. Everybody sees Gus, but they don't get to see her very often. There she is. She's giving you the face.
That was not too bad of a face.
No, she was being. That's her good face. But I love the little dot she has.
She won't even look at.
And somebody gets very jealous when anybody's hugging anybody else. So if you're hugging somebody, you should be hugging me.
Do you hate being on the camera?
I don't know. Hi. She goes, nah. Anyway, guys.
Yeah.
We're almost an hour in.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we could chat about. I just hope that everybody's doing well.
Well, we were going to talk about just a reminder.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about gifts and the stress of this time of year of making sure you've got your lists and checking it twice and yada, yada, yada. And are there any things that you guys do? And great, please put them in the chat. Like things that you do to de-stress or to kind of nip it in the butt or like writing a list and checking it twice. I mean, are there things or techniques or things that you guys do that would be helpful, that maybe tips for other people to help alleviate that stress of like, oh, I got to get this for this person, I got to get this one, especially as crafters, I got to get this made, got to get this made, got to get this made, and you got 15 whips around you. But in that same thing, and please be typing, and also keep dropping your drops while we're in here. But also do please remember on December 4th, I say that reluctantly because I'm not 100% sure. It's a Wednesday night because Wednesday we hang out in the Zen Den at my house. And on Wednesday night, as it stands right now, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we go live on that day. And we're going to do a little auction.
Correct.
Okay, 4th. Okay, so we're going to do a little auction, and we're not going to have hand-dyed yarn because Dee will be selling hers the next day, I think, as it's falling. So we are, however, gearing the donating items to be things that you can purchase and use as gifts for the holidays, if you so choose. Or
like I'm fairly certain at this point I will have.
And thank you to all the donors. By the way,
2 different owl gifts. One of them. Should I show the pocketbook?
Go for it.
I'm gonna go grab it.
Yeah, no.
One of
them's
gonna have this in it.
Yeah. So what Rusty's saying is, she's gonna put together like little packet that you can buy the package, and it's for somebody, like a lot of people love owls.
So there'll be more than just this.
This is a brand new item, never used.
But one of them will have this,
which is absolutely adorable,
gorgeous bag. I love it. I don't use normal bags.
She's not a pocketbook person, and it was.
And it's got zippy pocket, the 2 side pockets, and your little slit on the inside pocket here. And the front of it is actually a zipper pocket as well.
So there's a lot of pockets in that. But something like that, and she'll put other stuff. So this way, if you know somebody who likes owls, then there's a potential gift you can cross off your list.
Yeah, I should have 2 owl ones, a mushroom one, and then I might have enough for a bee one, especially if you do a little bee.
Yeah, so I think I might do like maybe an amigurumi bee or a needle felted bee to add to it. So the theme of that other one would be bees. So it's kind of like part of what we're doing, and we do also, of course, have beautiful shawls. That have been donated. And again, thank you to everybody who's donated. We can't tell you. You guys know how much we do appreciate your kindness and generosity always. And but there will be those things, those items, and if you do give them to somebody, you could just claim it as your own. You don't have to even tell. I don't think the people that are donating it mind if you just say, "Oh, I made this for you," if that's what you have to do. And then there's another beautiful pocketbook with butterflies on it that we are going to try to do a video or something to show you what the items are prior to the auction with a number so you'll know. So if you have ideas,
let's just say I made this number 1. This might not be the first item we bid,
right? But
what we'll say is, like, let's just say we just did 4, we did 6. Will be next coming up is item numbered 1.
Right.
Not number 1, numbered 1. Right. And then so anybody that watches the video where we show it, you'll be like, oh, that's the one I'm waiting for.
That's what you're waiting for. All right. So and then again, just in case you don't know, all the proceeds from this auction go to Hamish. Rusty's raising, saving and raising money because in the near future, unfortunately, our sweet old boy is going to be needing a wheelchair, which will have to be custom. It's going to have to be custom because it's going to be his front and legs, but mostly his front legs. He's part Basset Hound, and that's something.
I did talk to my bank. There is a few different options I can do. To anyone that doesn't know what I'm going to do with the money, both that I've already put aside myself and that we make here, is I'm going to put them in a 6-month CD. This way, in the next 6 months, if we still aren't doing the wheelchair, or if it's not ready yet, we just push it through for another one, and this way it's actually earning money while I'm saving it.
Right. So making money on your money.
He's so
she's straddled over him right now, and Hamish is it's okay. It's just Polly straddling you. She's coming over to say hi to Grandma too. Yeah. But anyway, so that's where that's going. And so it was supposed to originally be Rusty Treat Yourself, and she's
I'm treating myself to something for my loved dog,
her puppy dog, her little old man.
I do little treat myself for myself all the time. Like I got this and those big heart ones from an artist. So I do little things for myself, and I always do them through small companies. But yeah, when I was like, this is going to be a bigger thing. Like I don't want.
Yeah,
I can't spend that much on myself.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I know what I want to do.
No, it's perfect. And like, if you don't know, we do also do this thing called Mental Health and Meows, which is kind of local. We have a couple of the people that help us out, but we also have helped several people in the community with vet bills or all kinds of stuff, And Mental Health and Meows is the name of it. We've done it for a long, long time, and just recently, last couple of years, have put a name to it.
Yeah.
It's not a 501, thing, because it's just something we ever just did. So things that we make money, we put it towards, donating it to local shelters, donating it to other animal well-being things, but also to individuals that are struggling. Most of you know that any of you that have an animal or have had an animal in your life, you understand the importance of that relationship and the therapy that is a part of having and taking care of an animal. And sometimes people just having to get up to take care of their animal, that's the reason that they get up and do something. So there's such a therapeutic factor to that relationship and that connection. And that's why we do this. And we do help out if there's vet bills, medicines, and we will help out the person themselves even if they need stuff.
This is actually...
And we don't tell you who they are. It's up to them if they want to share that information, because it's people's private business.
Not everybody wants people to know that they're struggling.
There's a lot of people in the community, and they know, and there'll be people that'll tell you, yes, they definitely do what they say they do, but it's not our place to share.
This is the first time I'm ever using...
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I've ever used it.
I don't think you ever have.
No, we've never used it.
This is the first time it's being used for one of our personal pets, I think.
Before we had the YouTube channel and we were doing craft fairs, because one of the things I did for decades, I foster newborn to orphaned kittens. And if any of you know, I got a dog hair or cat hair in my mouth, formula, and I used to do it through the Humane Society, through SPCA, but also just off the streets. And one of the things I would do for the SPCA, because they will offer you food and the things that you need, I said, no, you keep that. And part of it was not just fostering the animals, but also paying for everything except for the vet, except for that one cat. The cat's eye was so badly infected by the time we got it, it wasn't able to get fixed, where I did pay the vet bill to have that removed, because that was a cat that was found on the street. So back before the channel, we would sell monies and sell crafts at craft fairs, make stuff, make money. I do artwork and sell it, and that money went into, wasn't named then, a fund that I would use to help to pay to sustain being able to foster animals and take care of animals. So that's what it was. Now it's just, now that we have this, we've given it a name, and you guys have been helpful, incredibly helpful with it, but some of you have been the recipient of it. So there's just that. I don't know. I went on a tangent. Mm-hmm. So if you goes on a tangent on your Bendy bingo card, you can cross that one off.
Mama G forgets why she's talking.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so I hope that everybody's dropping the drops, and I hope I'm looking forward to some tips of some good, quick, inexpensive, nice gift. Like the soap, like I did this for a while too, and I know some of you guys are doing it, where you make a crocheted soap bag with some washcloths or washcloths / dishcloths, pot holders, towel things, that set, and then I would tie it with some nice raffia and put a little bow on it.
It's a nice little set.
So it's a few dollars, worth of cotton yarn. And what a wonderful, I crochet, and I would love to get that. Yeah. Plus I hate using scrubby yarn to crochet. So the scrubby ones somebody else could do, because I actually think I did do that one year. I think I bought the scrubbies from somebody who did the scrubbies and just included them in my kits, because I can't use that scrubby yarn. Just tactile. No. Yeah. Ain't happening. But yeah, things like that. But if you have other ideas like that, we're glad to, I know I'd appreciate it. And I'm sure many other people in the chat would appreciate that. And I know we're not doing the giveaways for, because usually Saturdays we usually do the replay. We'll call that out from the week that last week's, which is going to be later for us. We'll call that winner out maybe in a community tab. And maybe we'll figure out some way to, maybe we'll just double up on the.
I was gonna say we could do two next.
Yeah, maybe we'll double up on the entries for the monthly appreciation on the following week. Perhaps we'll do that.
Yeah,
we'll figure something. We always
make it happen.
We try not to forget you. If we ever forget anything, like if we owe you a gift or something, I think we got everybody. But if we do owe you anything, because things do get kind of lost in my house, I'm kind of cleaning up the Zen Den. And in fact, I found a package that I have to get a hold of somebody. I was like, ooh. But anyway, if we do owe you something, please just don't ever be embarrassed to tell us, because it's never intentional.
Yeah, we didn't intentionally not send it.
No. So if you're like, hey, you said you're going to send this and you never did, or I won this and you never sent it, just please let me know. Don't be embarrassed.
Yeah, I found the last two that were waiting on me because I got lost in my craft room, so those will be going.
And then
out.
it's life that happens. So
my craft room became a hoarding looking mess of boxes.
Well, yeah, it was just throw it in there for now. Just throw it in there for now, and then just you got a wall of things, Yeah. So don't forget the auction on December 4th on Wednesday night. It's not going to be huge. We're going to try to just get it all done in one night. If for some reason we end up having more stuff, we could maybe cross it over and do a little bit on the Saturday, that following Saturday. But we really want to try to get it done and then get the items out to you so you have them for if you celebrate on the 25th,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's actually, what is it, like, I think there's almost 30 holidays between mid-November and end of January or mid-February.
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff.
There's a lot of holidays. This is a very busy holiday time of year for many different.
So for whatever you celebrate, or just because. I like those holidays the best. Just because.
Just because.
I was shopping, saw this, thought of you.
That's my favorite. That's why we don't do much for actually this time of year specifically.
Because we do this all year round.
Yeah, all year round.
Yeah.
I see something.
Like, these big fluffy purple slippers were on sale for half off, whatever. Heck yeah, don't hold them till Christmas. Give them to me now.
Mm-hmm. My feet are cold now.
Yeah, my feet need them now. Except for when they're really huge. But anyway, should we...
Yeah, I think
we're an hour in, and thank you guys so much. Don't forget, still, even though you're here and it's a premiere, when this premiere is over, come back and leave a comment also in the comment, because we don't on Saturdays we don't usually do a theme. Usually it's just any kind of comment.
Every once in a while, a comment will always count.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I will give a theme, but that would be for something on and beyond
the comment.
So there was one time the people that mentioned a certain thing got into a separate giveaway.
Right.
So we had the main and in addition to.
Yeah, in addition to.
And so next Saturday we'll be polling what we would have polled this week. Right. Which is for what we're going to film next, which is last Saturday's. We'll pull that replay comment and this replay comment.
Yeah, all at one time.
Yes.
Because it doesn't make a difference because it's all going to the end of the month. So, it's not going to, and I think that next one would be the end of the month that we pick the winners. Perhaps. I don't know. I numbers times dates. I don't hold space in my brain with that because it's stressful.
So we're there. So this is going to go up on the 21st. So yeah, that means the next one's the 28th.
All right, so the 28th, which is the next live one that we'll be doing, we'll be drawing for everything there. Yeah. So, and we'll be picking the winner.
So that's going to be a really big, don't expect much else other than picking winners.
Yeah, we'll be picking winners and calling winners and all that on that day. Yes. So that'll be fun. The end of the month appreciation and of course the members.
I'm excited because by now, when you guys see this, I'll know who won the random Rusty rewards because I'm
pulling that after this, but before
a week ago yesterday.
But now, not now yet. Here.
Yes.
Ah, God.
Yep.
I know, that's why you love us, because we're scatterbrains. But
This is who
anyway.
we are.
Yeah, so I think we're done. And
love
don't
you
forget,
all.
go over, we got a little time here. Make yourself a little bite to eat. Take a break. Maybe a 20-minute-er, as my man that lives in my house would say. Takes little quickie naps. Before you go to Dee's Creative Hands Crochet is on after us.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, show her some love. She's my bestie.
Mm-hmm.
My busty? Did I say busty?
You did say busty.
I said busty.
You said busty.
Yeah, she's my bestie. I'm gonna call her my busty
There
from
you
now
go.
on. She's got a set of busts.
One of my good friends is my biscuit brother.
Biscuit brother. Yeah.
I'll
I'm
see
not
my
even
biscuit
asking.
brother later. But a week
Oh.
ago.
Yeah. I don't even know what the biscuit brother.
It was literally Aaron made a comment about biscuits or something. Or no, we were gonna have a biscuit. We were gonna make biscuits, and then it started to turn into a competition. And then Aaron and Craig teamed up, and Guff and I. Guff is very much like I am. We're both loud, sarcastic. Our love language is busting balls. So Guff and I teamed up and like, ooh, the two big trained chefs are going to be on the one team, and like we're going to make better biscuits than you, and just kept going with it. So we're biscuit brothers.
Biscuit brothers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I did not
brothers
know
for
that
life.
story.
Or biscuit buddies.
Biscuit buddies.
Either way.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So on
All right,
that
guys.
note,
On that biscuit buddy note, we love you guys. Be well. Have a great week. Well, we'll see you. Try to come by Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, on the same Bat channel. But we'll be hanging out in the Zen room at Mama G's.
yes, our Bat channel.
Our Bat, yeah, literally Bat channel, because I have bats in the belfry and also all over my house. Because I love them.
Sweet.
I'll let you do the pushing of the buttons.
Goodbye, y'all.